Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial we're gonna do this very easy stitch. I think with this stitch you can do a baby blanket, an infinity scarf, or cardigan if you like. This stitch is worked with Solomon stitch and double crochet and chain. This is the front of the work and this is the back. The stitch is not reversible. You can do an infinity scarf if you like with this, or a baby blanket like I said. This stitch is very easy. Well, for some of you might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it goes really fast, and I think it's nice if you work with a thicker yarn than thin one. So this stitch we're gonna chain multiples of 3, and after you chain multiples of 3, you're gonna chain 5 more. So I have 12 here, so I'm gonna chain 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now what we're gonna do, yarn over the hook, we're gonna skip the first 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the 5th chain we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, we're gonna skip the next chain, and into the next chain we're gonna do a double crochet, into the next chain, double crochet, chain 1, skip the next chain, and into the next we're gonna do a double crochet, and into the next chain, double crochet, chain 1, and I'm gonna repeat like this until we finish this row. So next we're gonna skip, and into the next stitch we're gonna do a double crochet, into the next stitch, double crochet, chain 1, we're gonna skip the next chain, and into the last 2 we're gonna place in each the last 2 chains a double crochet. So skip the next stitch, and into the next chain do a double crochet, and the next and the last chain a double crochet, and each time until you finish, depends what you're gonna do with this, you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, turn your work, and we're gonna repeat. So we're gonna go into the next double crochet, the next stitch, and we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, and we're going to move to the next 2 double crochets in on top here. On each double crochet on top there we're going to place a double crochet, next double crochet we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, and you move to the next 2 double crochets, and on top through the stitch we're going to do a double crochet, and you're going to do like this as long as you like, well, as much as you like, depends what you're going to do. Chain 1, you move to the next 2 double crochets, and you're gonna do a double crochet, move to the next double crochet, and you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over the hook. So we have the double crochet and the chain 3. So we're gonna go to the double crochet on top there, and we're gonna place a double crochet, and into the chain 3 on top here, the 3rd chain on top, a double crochet. So you're gonna chain 3, and you're gonna repeat. You're gonna go to the next double crochet, you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, you move to the next set of double crochet in each, you're gonna place a double crochet, chain 1, and so on. And when you reach the end, you're gonna do a double crochet, and then on top here, the chain 3, you're gonna do a double crochet, as long as you like, depends what you're gonna do. If you do a scarf, if you do a baby blanket, whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna use the same crochet hook number 4.0 for this sample. So you see, it's like a mesh. So when you think it's long enough, you're gonna finish the row doing this. So I'm reaching the end, so I move to the next set of double crochet. I'm gonna place in there double crochets, chain 1, and then at the end we're gonna go on top of the double crochet, do a double crochet, and on the chain 3 on top here we're gonna do a double crochet. So now if you finished, what you're gonna do, we're gonna start with the Solomon. So you're gonna pull up a loop. I suggest here at the end here, and when you reach here at the end, for example, do it a little bit smaller, the loop, not so big. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it just small, because if you do it too big, the loop, when you go here, it's too bumpy, too big. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it just a little bit, the loop small. Chain 1. So you have the work like this, then you're gonna kind of put it like this. So we're gonna go into these spaces, yeah, the chain 1 that we have. Yeah, so you have the work like this, you have the Solomon loop there, so you're gonna go, let's say like this, and you're gonna do a single crochet. It's easier if you turn the work like this, yeah, and do a single crochet. And now in each of one chain space you're gonna do a single crochet. So now you're gonna pull a loop and you're gonna do the Solomon, yeah, and now you're gonna move to the next, which if you put it like this, it's right here, and you're gonna do a single crochet. Yeah, again, pull up a loop and do the Solomon, and now you're gonna move to the next, but it's like you're bending this, so you're gonna move right here, you bend this and you pick up that and do a single crochet, pull up a loop, do the Solomon, yeah, stitch, and you move to the next, which is this one. Yeah. When you bend, you're gonna see it. It's right here, the chain 1. You're gonna work into the chain 1, the single crochet. So again, you're gonna pull up a loop. I think it looks nicer if you do the loop a little bit bigger. So you're gonna move next here, yeah, right here, but if you bend it like this, it's gonna be like that. So again, you're gonna pull up a loop, so you move to the next, which is the end here, when you bend it like that. So you're gonna do a single crochet. So now you reach the end here, one corner, so we'll do it a little bit small, otherwise it's gonna be really big and bumpy. So now you're gonna turn facing you, yeah, it's gonna look like this. So now we're gonna go into this one chain space, one row below, yeah, it's very easy, this one. So you did the loop, you're gonna turn and you're gonna go here, yeah. So again, you're gonna kind of bend this like that, it's gonna be easy, yeah. So again, we're gonna pull up a loop and then do the Solomon, yeah. So now you have the next space, one chain space. You're gonna skip the 2 double crochets and you always work into the one chain space. So you go in there, do a single crochet, again pull up a loop, do the Solomon, and now you're gonna move to the next one chain space. You skip these 2 double crochets and you go in there, yeah. It's easy if you just bend it like this, and you're gonna see, you just skip and you go here, you skip and you go here, yeah. So you pull up a loop, you do so you skip this 2 and it's right here, the one chain space, yeah. So again, pull up a loop and you skip 2 double crochets, and into one chain space you're gonna do a single crochet, pull up a loop, and now you reach the end here, yeah, we have the end. So we're gonna go, we skip these 2 and we go in there, do a single crochet. Now again we reach the end, so I'm gonna try to make it a little bit small than the rest of the loops. So now you're gonna go one row below. Yeah? You're gonna go like this, like that. So you're gonna go here into the next row, the one chain space. Yeah? If it's easy, you can turn this, you know, upside down, and you're gonna go into that one chain space, one row below, pull up a loop. Yeah. So the next space is gonna be here. Yeah. And again, gonna pull up a loop, make it a little bit bigger. I think it looks nicer with a bigger loop. So you're gonna skip, you see, you skip 2 double crochets and the space is right here. And you're gonna do a single crochet. Again, pull up a loop. So you skip the next 2 double crochets, and in the space in there. Yeah. So again, you're gonna pull up a loop, and so on. You skip the 2 double crochets, and you always work into the one chain space. Yeah. So now we reach the end. So we have the last space here. It's gonna go in there. So you reach the end. Again, if you like, you can try to make the loop bigger and see, maybe some of you might like it. And now you turn it facing you, the work. Yeah. Look at this, it's gonna look like this. And it's gonna be like 2, 2, 2, because they're so, you know, close to each other. Yeah. So again, what you're gonna do, you did a loop, and you're gonna go into the first one chain space, one row below. Yeah. Bend it like this. It's gonna be easy. I think when we have the work like this into the facing us, it's a little bit the front. It's a little bit better, easier. Yeah. So you skip the next 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and the one chain space is right here. And you're gonna do a single crochet. Again, pull up a loop. Skip the next 2 double crochets, and the one chain space is right there, and so on. It's a very easy stitch. It's fun. It's a little bit finicky. You have to turn, and you know. But if you like this this style, you can find something to do with this. So we reach the end, so we're gonna skip the next 2 double crochets, and the chain one space is right here at the end. So now that I reached the end, I made a little bit smaller than the rest of the loops here. So now you're gonna go one row below here. Yeah. So that's why I said it's better if you turn this, and it's a little bit easier. So you start again. So you skip the next 2 double crochets, and the chain one space is right there. Yeah. Skip the next 2 double crochets, and the one chain space is there. You skip the next 2 double crochets, and so on. And at the end, you know, you're gonna reach the end, and you're gonna just chain one, cut the yarn, and you're gonna hide the tail, and so on. Yeah. So it's gonna look like for example, I have one more row to do. Yeah, but let's say you're right here at the end, the last space is here. Yeah, so when you reach the end, you're gonna chain one. Yeah, and if you like, you can go, maybe you're not gonna chain one there, maybe you're gonna want to go right here or somewhat in here and do a slip stitch, yeah, and then chain one, cut the yarn, and then you can hide the tail, and it's gonna look like this when you're done, yeah. Or you just chain one here, right here, before you do the slip stitch, and that's about it. Yeah, it's gonna, you see, it's gonna come like this, like that. And this is the back of the work. So if you like this this kind of stitch for a baby blanket, I think it's nice for infinity scarf if you like. Yeah. So this is the sample that I did. So in here I stopped. This is the end here. I think for a baby blanket it's really nice, this this stitch. Yeah. And this is the back. Yeah. Okay, well, give it a try. You might have some fun, or some of you will say, you know what, it's too finicky, it's too up and down, turn it, toss it, we don't like this. Okay, well, have fun with this stitch, give it a try. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching.